Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Happy We have a little dog barking at little birds
I
outside.
thought
So
a treat would appease him, but
yeah,
it didn't
it
work.
didn't work. So anyway, just welcome everybody and thank you again for joining us in these meditations. Few announcements. Our schedule is up on both Alchemy's website and the Global Awareness Charitable Trust, which is our nonprofit. We have some great stuff planned, and we hope you can make as many things as possible. The retreat, we'll have a retreat for the summer solstice. We are having a celebration on Thursday night, and then we're having a field trip on Friday where we're going to the megaliths in Pennsylvania, which is modeled after the sacred stone circles in the island of Iona. We'll connect in with some of our monad members that will be in Scotland during that time. We're going to do sacred ceremony, take a van up together as a group, have a nice lunch. And then the retreat will be Friday night, all day Saturday, and half day Sunday. I've done it. So read the menu when you register because it's done in ways that if you can just do Friday, you can just come for Friday. If you can only do Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, you can just do that. Or if you just want to come Thursday night and have a great time and dance and sing and do everything, but there is a way to register for everything, which saves you money. So that's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of June. Pandiji is coming in August, and he is coming right before the Lionsgate portal. He looked at the Jyotish and what the chart was. He said that was actually the best time to come. And it is August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're going to do 3 days, and it's big this time. We will do a yagya on Friday to Bagalamukhi and Prachingira, which are justice, liberty, relationships, freedom, really good energy, yellow energy, joy, protection. That's Friday. Saturday, he's doing and the descriptions are there, and you'll have to help me a little bit. It's an Abhishek with a Homa and a Puja that is to Shiva for blessings and protection and enlightenment, moksha. In the morning, we'll have a pause. We'll probably have a catered lunch that afternoon, and then we'll go into the evening program, which he's bringing another pundit with him. We'll do 365 tea lights and candles. It's laid out on the floor with a beautiful Shiva lingam, and it's for continued light and blessings for every day of your life. And so it's a really sacred. What I love about both the programs on Saturday is they're participatory, meaning people really get into doing the Abhishek, people get into the offerings and lighting the candles and creating the mandala. So it's really sacred. And then we will do the final yagya on Sunday morning, which will be to Lakshmi. That will be 1,008 lotus flowers. So lots of opportunity for seva, help. We're looking into having musicians come and everything. So any suggestions or anything, so get those dates on your calendar. July will probably be a quiet time for us as we continue to do projects around our house, like rebuilding the apartment from the termites and the mamos. It's quite interesting. And so anyway, so just get those things on the calendars. I'll put the link. We're going to post this YouTube video today, and I'll put the links there so you can look at it. The last piece is Jane Delford Taylor, who's an amazing artist who did the artwork on the Christ Consciousness deck of Amanda Ellis, as well as the Metatron deck, is an incredible artist who knows a lot of artists kind of that do a lot of the Hay House Oracle decks. And she has created an organization called Painting for Peace. And she's connected with some of the refugees on the Gaza Strip trying to get out in the war there. And we have linked her website, and all these artists have donated these beautiful works of various art, both digital as well as original paintings and incredible pieces. And all the proceeds, she's got a way to get money into them and to support them. And she's giving me updates. So I have a link on our website, the Global Awareness Trust. You can just donate or you can purchase art. It links directly to her. And I will share that as well in the link below. and share it with you guys in the WhatsApp. But the tree, the one, the soul tree painting is one of her paintings, and that did go to support the family there. We got 4 people out, so that was really nice. So anyway, so just a few tactical, practical announcements, because I don't know when we won't see you guys for a little bit. So
Yeah, well,
yeah.
so why do we spend time going through this? Why is this? Why do we offer these events? And I'm reminded of a client that we were speaking to this week, and she called us because she's wobbly, right? And these energies ever since the solstice have all kind of made us wobble, right? And in the inquiry of that, I was kind of shown something I kind of knew before, but you forget it all. You'll forget all the things you until you need them again, and then they kind of get shown back to you again. And the ascension path requires 4 main pillars, right? The one and the most important, we would say, is the activation of the Ka body. The Egyptians call it the Ka, the Hathors call it the Ka body. I like to say the Hathors because it's really their teaching. Egyptians kind of took it and owned it. But what is the Ka body? Ka body is your light body. That's what we do on these meditations. That's why we're here together, to activate the light body, as opposed to the physical body, which is the senses, and that's what governs us most of the time, right? Second thing is about relationships. That would be the second pillar. How good are your relationships? Sometimes we think we don't need other people. We can just do it on our own, and we can do our meditations and get what we need from a higher self and progress on our path. But that's not kind of how the game works. It's a little bit of spiritual bypassing. The quality of your relationships, the quality of the transparency and the openness of your relationships governs how quickly or how well you're moving through your conditioning, how you're purifying your conditioning, your mental concepts, your emotional traumas, all these, Akashic things, their lineages. Third thing is your service. It's like, how are you serving humanity? Most people have work karma or work dharma, right? But it's more than just that. It's also a place of selfless service, not what do you get back for it. How are you serving your community? Sometimes it's family, right? But then you get a place of serving your spiritual teacher or the ascended masters or the angels or whatever. And that leads us to the fourth point, which is the elements and working with Mother Earth. Mother Earth is this hologram we're all on, right? She is the sphere of manifestation in which we're choosing as a collective to operate. So the more connected that we can be to that, the more even our ascension is. When all 4 of these pillars are balanced, they showed me like a pyramid with the 4 sides at the base, each one is a spiral that moves up to the cone to the top, right? If one is going and the other ones aren't going, you kind of get wobbly, right? And you ascend them, a little bit. When you get them all 4 going, you're moving right through the top. So I just wanted to share that because that's why we offer them for ourselves to be in that place of offerings, but we want to do it with everybody else, right?
Yeah.
We want to share it with each of you, and so it's our offerings. So yeah, please come and join us and be with us in that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is, it's interesting. We're going to be traveling, and Kelly, who channels Archangel Raphael, will be with her and Dom and her. And what's so fascinating, we had a call yesterday with the group, and what she outlined was so beautiful. It wasn't about what we're getting from Dom and her; it's what we're offering. And it's the same work that we do with the mammals. It's about our offering. It's about our love. It's about what we are devotionally giving. in a place from our heart and service, not what can I get so I'm growing it. And when you frame it from a different perspective, such beauty happens. So I invite all of you to just be in that place, you know, over the next month.
Another thing I kind of was kind of coming up for me this morning was last week, the meditation was very fast. I noticed it was like there was a certain momentum to it that was like accelerating. I was like, I noticed it. I was like noticing, oh, things are coming very fast through me. Do I need to share it all with you? Or can I let us kind of sit in it and marinate a little bit in it, right? And so I was in the inquiry all week, you know, I've gotten some feedback. Maybe would be better to just marinate in it. Or sometimes it gets a little too technical, right? Or maybe I can't follow along so much in it. And so I was in the inquiry. What is that about, right? And one of the things that was, again, shown to me, I kind of knew it, but it's like shown again, right? Here's what's happening in the meditation, right? Our minds work linearity, right? But when you start to stack different things, your mind starts to put this chakra and then this chakra, and then look from this perspective and look from that perspective. When you start to stack them and try to hold them in a place of not focusing right on them, but in a place of, what do they call that? Passive awareness, kind of just holding them. When they start to stack, you move into a quantum state. After about four of these things, the mind can't hold it linear, and it opens up into like a different state. It's called a quantum. I would call it a quantum state. I don't like to call it a trance per se, because trance kind of gets like
quantum
hypnosis too much. It's like you're being programmed, right? It's not being programmed. It's your natural mind goes beyond linear thinking. So you kind of get into a quantum state. And then when you're in that, the personality starts to get like, okay, sometimes you're easy with it. You know, you're okay, you're in with it. Sometimes I'm like, well, so why speed it up? Part of me was the momentum. It was like, I was just trying to try and explain everything that was going on, right? But there's also a level of, do we get overwhelmed in that, right? Is it too much? Am I getting anxious or am I getting overwhelmed, right? That would be some of the linear or personality programming that happens, or whatever is that drops you out of warp. I call it warp when you kind of get into the quantum place, because we're so used to living in the third dimensional senses. Like when we start to expand out and we start to feel ourselves, feel our energetic field, we'll go there, we'll touch it, and then we'll go right back. You know, it's like, how can we stay in living from our etheric body? That would be the inquiry for all of us. Isn't that where we want to be, right? We want to be living from the etheric body, because that's what's informing the physical body, the physical world, making decisions from there rather than from reactions or stories or mental programming that's been conditioned in our unconscious, right? We want to bring it to a place of where we're in the place of free will or choice, right? Rather than patterns that are time loops that are keep going on. I know, why am I in this time loop? Why does this keep showing up for me? Because there's some trauma or something that we haven't looked at. And that's why the mirror is so important. So I just wanted to share that. And I said, maybe we need to slow down a little bit. So I just wanted you to be in that inquiry for yourself as well, right?
So I'll share real quick. For me, it was too much information. Last week's meditation, it was actually, I became very annoyed. I couldn't follow, and I was out of the meditation, and I just wanted to be quiet. So just watch yourself in that. You know, to me, it was just too mental. It was too masculine. I'm all about the feeling and dropping in and going. So to me, there's no right or wrong. It's a variation. Nothing, everything's perfect. And if you find yourself agitated, just watch the agitation. And to me, I was, I was just like, what is happening here? This is so much. I can't follow and I'm trying and I couldn't meditate. So watch yourself in that. It happens to everybody. And it was just a really interesting thing. So go into it as comfortably and as relaxed as you can.
And
Yeah.
that's the conversation. We had that conversation, but in a slightly different way. It's like the reason we changed our name to Sunday Meditations and Activations because it's not really a meditation in the thing in the third dimensional where you're just going to sit there and we can do that. In India, they do that. They know that the energy, you just sit there and they know the energy is doing the work. They're all tuned into the energy. If you talk, it's like you're almost bothering them.
That's me.
They like to have a lecture, but then they understand that the energy is happening. But in the Western mind, we kind of like talk and then the energy kind of happens and it goes underneath of it. Kind of forgot where I was
Yeah.
going.
I just want to say, and I would,
But the meditations are becoming more dynamic, is what I'm saying. Things are opening up in the inner world. We're getting the energies moving. We're moving from activations into momentum. Momentum means generating electromagnetic field, electromagnetic attention, intelligences like thunder beings. The higher intelligences are all electromagnetic in nature, and our body needs to hold an electromagnetic charge. But one of the most important things is why you always get in your heart. That's why Denise was contemplating, because your heart is like a capacitor. It holds charge. It holds charge. It holds charge. We go there into your heart, and then you create the loop. You create more of an electromagnetic field. It holds. But then it kind of diminishes. So you got to kind of go back. But at some point, the charge turns into a torus field and it becomes self-generating. So you don't have to go through this whole charging up your heart. So,
and I will say this last thing I was sharing with Michael last night was Pam Gregory did an interview. She posted it a little over a week ago with a gentleman named Jim Self. I'll put the link in this video below. And he's got an Alchemy Academy of all things. And I was listening to it, part of it yesterday, and he talked about how we're moving into a time where meditation will be an active process, an active activation. We take responsibility for our light body and the energy and activate and integrating with it. So it kind of supports what Michael was saying. And I said to Michael, this might be interesting to listen to. And he was very, it's a very sweet interview. And, you know, I find Pam's work beautiful. So I'll put that in the link too, so you can look that up and enjoy.
all right, enough information.
Blah, blah, blah.
Let's meditate together.
Yeah.
Before we
Just make sure you're muted. Thanks,
yeah,
everybody.
I forgot the wrong. Okay. Just check your posture real quick. Most important is your spine. Presence your spine. See that your spine is connected to your roots, to your hips, to your coccyx, tailbone. And when you close your eyes, just kind of gently lift your eyes, just very gently, maybe 15 degrees above the horizon. And gently presence we call it your third eye, your Ajna chakra. And then take a deep breath into your heart, filling your lungs, gently exhaling. The breath is the key to your pranic body, your etheric body, your light body. Breathing in. When you're aware, simply being aware of the movement of your breath, exhale. You're moving into the awareness of your pranic body. Breathing in. And when we hold, it's the activation, that's the charging of the heart. Kind of feel your heart charging and then exhale. Again, breathing in your heart. Hold, feeling your heart, allowing it to go deeper, deeper, what's opening up, and exhale. And you just begin to notice how your heart just charges. We're just going to all stay here together, synchronize as one group monadic structure, finding our own inner rhythm, connection to the heart. And as you center in your heart, you may even start to feel like a piercing or an opening. I like to call that opening your connection to source. Maybe it's your eternal flame, your soul essence. And then your breathing takes on kind of a rhythmic nature. It's almost like the inner nature of your heart essence begins to pull the prana, the life force, the energy, the breathing into the heart. And it holds it for you. And naturally, you'll exhale. Now you've kind of, we as a group, individually though, we've kind of settled into our own heart fields. Holding that awareness, allowing that breathing to continue to anchor and generate charge in your heart. I want you to see if you can also tune into what I call the collective heart. There's one heart in which is beating our heart. It synchronizes all of our hearts. Allow yourself to sink into, even if you're just faintly aware of, that unifying collective oneness. It's a unity heart. And as you do so, you may feel your heart expanding. And it may not be feeling so juicy just yet. So I'll have to push through a little bit. And continue to breathe into your heart, allowing the flow, the prana, to filter through the density. As the heart gains more charge, you may notice the energy kind of filters down to your solar plexus, to your spine. It's kind of clearing plasmic flow down into your root, through the back of your spine, to your tailbone, kind of coming up underneath your perineum, Just feel that circuit kind of locking in. Maybe you visualize the circuit or the plasma flow entering into the four-petal lotus chakra of your Muladhara root chakra. Begin to breathe through that root chakra. You may notice as you're starting to breathe through your root chakra that you're already connected your solar plexus at the spine, your sacral chakra at the spine. You may even start to feel kind of a loop or energy coming up to the front of your auric field, looping back up into the solar plexus heart. And from this place within your root chakra, just breathe in, inhale into your root. Kind of hold and charge your root, and then just gently exhale back up through the root into your heart. And as you inhale, you're pulling energy down from your heart into your root. As you exhale, energy is moving from your root back up into your heart. You even start to feel it as if the energy moves into the solar plexus and then up into the heart. And that loop is kind of like a golden loop. You may feel it as like a golden thread that's charging, breathing energy down from the heart down into the root, exhaling from the root back up into the heart. And this loop, I want you to see if you can picture how the solar plexus connects to the back of the loop, to your back, and also to the front of your solar plexus into this loop. Good. You may even feel kind of like a pulling through your solar plexus of the energies coming from your back and coming from the front of this golden thread, like a mini egg circuit. Also, you may have noticed same thing happened with your sacral chakra, the back of your sacral, at your tailbone. You may have felt an opening, the energy's pulling inwards through the back of the sacral chakra, through the center of your sacral chakra, and then connecting out the front. So it's almost like you got these two torus fields. They're horizontal, though, back to front, connecting into this golden thread loop from your heart to your root. And I want you to just see if you can visualize that golden loop as if it's a helix. Like a strand of DNA. And you may even be able to twist it slightly so that the energy kind of moves up from the root, a quarter turn into your sacrum. The 0 point within your sacral kind of comes back out through the torus field, front and back. Twist another quarter turn up into the solar plexus, to the 0 point infinity loop in the center. Comes out through the front and back, connecting into the 0 point of your heart. And then begin to breathe here from your heart, knowing that that circuit is locked in now. And it's generating on its own through the breathing or presencing of your breathing through your heart. And what's opening now for us is the front of your third eye. Energy's coming in from your higher self through your third eye into your pineal, the center of your brain, connecting your ganglia of your crown chakra. And then moving back through your medulla, throat, down into your heart, entering from the back of your heart, the secret space of your heart, going into source. Breathe that in. And as you exhale, exhaling through your front of your heart, back up into the auric field, coming into your Ajna chakra, third eye. So you have this second loop. You can see it as a gold, silver, platinum, all three. Each inhale, you're breathing in through the third eye, down through your spine, into your heart, holding in your heart, and then exhaling back into your third eye. Again, just allowing that through your breathing, that loop, that golden thread become charged. And just visualizing it is enough. If you don't feel it, that's fine. Just visualizing it the best that you can is an activation in itself. And as it gains in strength, it kind of harmonizes with the lower earth terrestrial circuit. So you've got these two circuits that are kind of engaging through your heart field, connecting as one. And if you can see, as they connect, you may even feel the whole loop from root to crown as one big vertical infinity loop. The 0 point is your heart. And just breathe through your heart and allow that loop to, what we'll call the terrestrial loop, grounding through your medulla, the celestial loop, grounding through your crown pineal. And you are the bridge between heaven and earth. Start to breathe now into your high heart. Breathe into your upper lungs. When we do this upper high heart breathing, we're filling our lungs with prana. It has the effects of expanding our thymus or our high heart energy. We're in effect activating or inviting this activation of our higher heart. And then this communication kind of happens between our 0 point of our heart fields. Another helical pattern kind of moves upwards into the high heart. And as you presence the high heart, go into it. See if you can find the center, 0 point. And breathe into that space, that opening. Good. It's starting to illuminate more now for all of us. And as it does so, you may feel your crown opening more, you may feel your pineal, medulla, all becoming more charged. But stay in your high heart. Allow your prana to move through it and to gently interact. Might even say soothe. The high heart kind of has a fiery or an airy energy to it. So the prana helps to soothe it. Good. And you may notice how, as it begins to open from the inside, again, it opens up and creates a horizontal connection torus field from the back of your spine into the front of your auric field, into that thread that's moving up into your ajna. Likewise, you feel your throat coming online. Just breathe into your throat now. Breathing in from the back of your throat, holding and charging, and then exhaling to the front. And you'll notice as that begins to open up and generate, your third eye opens more, your crown opens more. And the energy from your heart is moving up more. You may begin to feel like a sensation as if you have a spout at your crown. As you breathe through, the momentum kind of generates more and more power. Begins to twist a little bit. You may feel the twisting into the high heart, twisting into the throat. Some of you may even feel the medulla opening, that circuit connecting into the brain stem and out through the front. But just now move up into your crown. Pineal, and just allow that energy to anchor there. And as you anchor your awareness there, it's almost like it starts to pull the magnetic field of your crown as the lotus petals become more charged. They magnetically begin to pull or generate the energy upwards, like they pull it up through the root, through Mother Earth. The energy from Mother Earth is kind of simultaneously moving around your auric field as a container, like the egg of your subtle bodies up into your crown, but also it's moving up through a cylinder, through the Muladhara, through this helical golden spiral, the 0 point of your heart, up through your crown. So now you have this helical pattern that's kind of spinning ever so gently within this cylinder of white light. It's the white light cylinder that I want you to feel coming into your awareness. You may notice it. The cylinder may only go from your Muladhara to your crown. Just breathe that till you feel it's solidified or strengthened, charged. And with your next breath, I want you to breathe into your heart. Breathing in. Hold. And then as you exhale, you're going to just move that cylinder down into your Earth star beneath you and solar plexus, your solar star above you. So just kind of exhale. Push the cylinder 3/4 of a foot above you and 3/4 of a foot beneath you. Breathe in. Hold. And as you exhale, you're kind of exhaling and charging through your spine, the cylinder, and you're just clearing it. And you're allowing that cylinder to engage your soul star above your head and your earth star beneath your feet. We're just going to sit here and allow that, all of these circuits to just kind of integrate right now. You may be drawn to a specific chakra to breathe into it, hold, and then exhale. Wherever you need to go is where you need to be to strengthen your light body field. And we can be actively engaged in the electromagnetic flows, currents within our energetic body. Right now, I'm going to ask you to just allow that to continue and just allow yourself to expand your awareness that you're holding the consciousness of your whole auric field. You're outside of your auric field and you're kind of witnessing or aware of all of your chakras. You're like kind of looking at your physical vehicle, presencing the soul star chakra above, the earth star chakra beneath. And yet you're not that. It's just the mechanism of the body being charged. Sometimes it helps to kind of move behind your head, maybe a foot on a diagonal back and out. Sometimes you move 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet. If you can simultaneously stay in the awareness, presence of your auric field, and allow yourself to be in the center of your spine, kind of grounding it, and the magnetics grounding all of this. Activation of your light body, grounding it in your spine, grounding it through your Muladhara, grounding it down into Mother Earth. So allow yourself now to kind of follow that cylinder, extend it down. Through the earth core. You can ride it like a disc downward. You can ride it like a spiral staircase of light. Follow the helical spiral from your Muladhara instead of going upwards, follow it downwards, that tube of light. And it'll just ever so gently kind of pull you down through the magnetics of Mother Earth. You feel yourself kind of moving through some density at first. You feel like it's a little challenging to follow it, but just follow the thread of it, of your consciousness as it's moving through this conduit of light, moving into the inner sanctuary of Mother Earth, crystalline cavern. Just kind of landing in what we call your plasmic diamond light, crystalline grid. Your like fourth dimensional self, your higher self. It's not tethered here, but anchors us here. So that we're fully grounded in the terrestrial energies of Mother Earth and in the consciousness of Mother Earth. See if you can, as you lock in to the plasma field, just have the intention to open up your root chakra, open up the antenna. Allow yourself to merge into the consciousness of Mother Earth, spread out, be received, breathe. And as you lock in, you almost feel like a charge as she begins to energetically flow back up into your pranic body or into your light body. You're simultaneously kind of moving through your auric field around your bubble, your subtle bodies, and through your antakarana, sushumna, spiraling upwards through your crown into your soul star. Just have the intention to anchor those frequencies ever so gently in your soul star chakra. This is your gateway or your stargate to your fifth dimensional galactic super consciousness self. And just rest here, allowing both to integrate in your heart. So bringing your awareness back down into your heart, to your 0 point, to the chamber of your heart love source within you. Still gently resting a part of your awareness in your crown or your soul star chakra above, earth star, heart beneath, fully connected, fully grounded. Bringing your awareness back into your physical body. With the intention to stay aware of your light body. Bringing your hands into namaste, to your heart chakra, engaging your heart field, anchoring. Breathing a full breath. Slowly becoming aware of your body. You don't want to move too fast because you may get agitated. Moving your fingers and toes, ankles, wrists. Grounding through your ears, all the meridians. You feel like you've kind of landed back into your spine, slowly opening your eyes. Supercharged.
Mm.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Namaste.